Hello everybody, this is Dark Anime Robin. In this video, I will be unboxing and reviewing the Brave Express Might Gaine 2 set, which contains the My Kaiser from Brave Express Might Gaine. And now let's cut this open. And as you can see, there's 3 boxes in this set. Each one's labeled with a number 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go open these ones one by one. Now let's start with unboxing of box number 1. So we have the pieces. The stickers for the models kit in this set, as well as the instruction manual on how to put them together. Okay, so here we go. These are the pieces assembled from the first box. And now let's move on to the second box. So, box number 2. So now you see these are the parts assembled from the pieces from the second box. As you can see in the picture. So, and before we put them together, let's move on to box 3. So this is the last box from the Might Kaiser set. In addition to these pieces, this box also has the sticker to put on these pieces and 2 sets of instruction. One's how to assemble these pieces together, the others how to combine Might Kaiser from this set to Might Gaine from another set. So allow me to put these together. Now these are the assembled parts from the pieces in box number 3, as you can see. Now with this, all pieces from all 3 boxes are assembled, and now let's work on putting them together for my Kaiser's robot and vehicle form. Parts you saw earlier were actually interchangeable effect parts for either combination or display purposes. These 5 vehicles are the ones that are gonna combine into my Kaiser and its jet form, Kaiser Jet. Now, in order to combine them into Kaiser Jet, you also need the pair of wings you saw earlier, as well as this piece here. Now we start by putting these 2 pieces together, and to do that you need to flip up a hinge in the middle here. And then flip this 2 sides up. Now, to put this piece on here, it's a bit challenging with these kind of in the way. So for now, we're gonna pull it back off for a second. Now we put them back on. And now, last but not least, we're gonna put these wings on to complete the combination. So this is Kaiser Jet, and as you see, it's got pretty nice form. The only problem I would say is like this two sides can get kind of loose when you try to move it around. But other than that, it's generally pretty good form. And now we're gonna change it to my Kaiser. Now we're gonna start by separating the jet back into the original vehicles it combined from. Now we're gonna start by forming the arms and legs. Okay, now we have all the pieces transformed and ready to put together. Now that we have the whole body assembled, we put the head on. At last, we put the wings on my Kaiser's back. And there we have it. Now this is my Kaiser. My Kaiser has few effect parts here to help make it look cooler. And let's see how it looks once we put them on. Now let's start by changing the hands. Then let's change the heads. Let's have a look here. As you see, the heads don't look too much different, except maybe the eyes is a little bigger in the effect part, so maybe that'll make it look a little bit cooler. Yep. Now, one of the main feature here, like this, the shoulder drill, it can open up. So it's like it can basically like function like a cannon here. Also, the main reason for changing the hands, besides so that his hand looks strong and big, it's also so that it can hold the drill hand as its main weapon, the drill crusher. Now let's explore the articulation of this figure. Now let's go over this figure's articulation points. So the shoulders can make up movement like this. So sometimes it can be a little loose, so you kind of have to just watch all the supporting points. The arms can move and the fist can turn around. And the legs has a downside is that there's no actual movable joints or at the leg socket there, so the only movement the legs can move are sideways, but since the thigh has a rotating point, you can still make some good standing pose with the figure. And lastly, on the back, the wings have a rotating joint, so it makes it flexible, so when you try to put on a display, you can kind of make good angle with the wings. And the head is also articulate. You can look a little up and down, so there's several movements you can do. There is, however, a bit of flaw with this drill structure. As you can probably see, the drill cannot be completely closed up. That's just a problem with the plastic set. One way to get around this is maybe you finding a small rubber band to kind of try to force it close. And since the drill won't really turn anyway, so there's not much to do to overcome this problem. And this wraps up my review for my Kaiser. By itself, I would say it's a pretty nice figure, although the fact that some of the plastics joint can be fragile, so when you do things with it, when you play around and try to make the postures, you want to be careful, don't break this, don't break it. And now we can move on to the next cool feature of my Kaiser, which is to transform and combine with Might Gaine from both the same SMP set. Now, in order to combine with Might Gaine to form Great Might Gaine, my Kaiser has to separate back to its individual component parts. This is the SMP Might Gaine, and we're gonna see how it combines with my Kaiser. Now, let's start from the feet. Here we go. And now we're gonna attach some effect parts so that at the end this the combined form will look more proportional. These are the parts that's gonna go on there. Now we're gonna first work on some separation here. Now these two side pieces are gonna go on here. Now we're gonna attach the arm pieces. So now we transform this for the arm piece. And now the other arm. So first, just like the other one, you transform. This part is a little tricky because it's hard to get the parts to stay still. Next, this piece is gonna become the armor in Great Might Gaine's hip. So first, we took out the Kaiser's head. And now we transform it. The drill train that turns into Kaiser's torso and head and hip is now gonna become the chest armor of Great Might Gaine. And now we attach the wings of Kaiser to the back of Great Might Gaine. now we have to attach the chest piece of my Kaiser on the Might Gaine's head to become the crown for Great Might Gaine. In order to do that, you have to attach this to as a back of the head so the crown can attach. And to make it easier for myself, I'm just gonna remove the head first. In the back, there's a little hole, which what this hinge is gonna be used for. And now the last bit, you open up the drill, and here revealing the Might Gaine emblem. And here we go. This is the Great Might Gaine in the complete form. Yeah, and I know what you guys are thinking. How can this guy be great, whatever? Because everything looks all out of proportion, right? And just like what you saw previously with either my Kaiser or my Gaine, there's also effect parts to make everything looks proportional and better. And now we're gonna apply them. These are the Great Might Gaine's special effect parts, and let's put them on. Now, let's start with the arms. The next part are the shoulders. And now we'll put the head on. lastly, we put the better looking chest piece. Now finally, we're putting the Might Gaine chest piece on. Finally, we have Great Might Gaine in its complete form. Now let's have a close look at the figure. Now let me take a moment to show you guys its articulation. So the arms has many rotating points. And at its arm, it can turn the hand outward, and you can actually rotate this way so the arm can turn like this as well. The same articulation works in the other arm as well. With those articulation, you can have make a arm up fist posture like this. And the head is also quite articulated. Can turn in many directions and can look up and down. You can also have both arms lift up to make a strong muscular posture. And if you come closer and look at the shoulders, you can use a shoulder joint to turn the arm forward, and it can also raise up. And Might Gaine sword. Might Gaine sword also become Great Might Gaine's weapon, so you can goes on this hand, and with those articulation you just saw, we can form many kinds of sword wielding posture. Now I'm gonna pull out the fist here. and replace it with this finger all the hand. So this way he can make a posture pointing to the green light on his head, much like the move you saw my gun move on my other video. It's hard to get it perfect, but close enough. This hand can be used to make a confidence posture by putting having the hand on the hip. Now there are also a few other effect hand parts that you can switch Great Might Gaine's fist with. And you can actually change both hands, so both hands can be put on the hips like a superhero pose. So overall, again, it's a great looking figure with many articulation, so he can put on many kind of cool looking pose, which makes it a great addition to any collector who are interested in like transformer type of collection. However, its articulation can be a strong weakness because since the figure is purely plastic, so when you move the joints around, it's possible you might pry some parts apart and even break them. So you don't want to push too hard because again you can break the plastics. This wraps up my review for the SMP Might Kaiser set and its combination with the SMP Might Gaine to form the Great Might Gaine. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.